Western Michigan wrapped up the 2017 regular season last Friday in a MAC West matchup against division leader Toledo. Freshman quarterback Reese Goddard making his fourth start threw for 180 yards and a touchdown to freshman wide receiver Tyron Arnett. Senior Asante Brown had a career day with 22 tackles to lead the Bronco defense. But the Rockets pulled away in the second half at the Glass Bowl and clinched the MAC West title with a 37-10 victory over Western Michigan. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach Tim Lester joins me for all the highlights on Week 12 of Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust. Financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
We didn't just break the mold. We made it. And we spelled it L-I-T-E. Because when you invent light beer, you get to spell it however you want. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider Blackberry.
Blackberry has completed several home improvement projects in our neighborhood, so when we were ready for 20 new replacement windows, we called Blackberry. They completed the project on time and their workmanship was outstanding. Our friends are amazed and we love the transformation of our home both inside and out with our new windows from Blackberry Home Improvement Specialists.
Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Auto Group. We know that car buying is a journey, not just a destination. We know that we need to be there each step of the way for you through parts, sales, service, through your entire ownership experience. At Maple Hill Auto Group, we look at every customer not as a single purchase, but rather as a start to a journey that we hope spans generations. Maple Hill Auto Group, for a journey like no other.
Picked off by Obi Jackson at the 38-yard line. Obi Jackson with a pick as Woodside threw the out route, and Obi steps in front of the receiver and picks it off. That's his second interception of the season.
A big turnover by the Western Michigan defense early in the game, and the Broncos were hanging with the division-leading Toledo Rockets at the Glass Bowl last Friday, but the Rockets would pull away and pick up the victory, and they'll be heading to the MAC championship game against Akron. But the Broncos put up a battle, even though you're pretty short-handed, Coach.
Yeah, we knew what we were getting into, with that quarterback. You got a senior quarterback, and the more times you give them the ball, they stopped us 3 and out first couple times, which is we had to win the time of possession to have a chance to win this game, and we weren't able to do it.
And so the Rockets will move on and represent the West Division against East Division champ Akron this week in the MAC championship game at Ford Field in Detroit. But let's go back to Toledo, the Glass Bowl. Western Michigan and the Rockets, longtime rivals, going at it on this final day of the regular season. Buster was there. A lot of Bronco fans were on hand. And it was a great day. Finally had some nice weather.
It's been like twice all year we've had. This was a beautiful day, and the Glass Bowl and the crowd was good, and it was great. It was a great atmosphere.
Here comes Robert Spillane holding the flag, leading the Broncos onto the field, and you won the toss and deferred.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to get into the second half, and we knew we could keep it close, and if we had the ball first in the third quarter, it'd put us in a position to be in the game late.
You're facing the top quarterback in the conference and one of the top quarterbacks in the country. This guy will probably be named Player of the Year in the MAC.
Yeah, he should. I mean, watching him do his thing, I mean, he can do so many things, make every throw, uses his feet just enough, you know, and they had 23 seniors on that team. And, you know, they were definitely, you know, a well-oiled machine, and best, they deserve to represent us in the MAC West.
You got him stopped, and you handed off to Jarvion, and you expected Jarvion to have a big day, and they were just going to deny the run.
They did. They loaded the box more than most teams. I mean, it was almost like Kent State loading the box. You know, they had 9-10 in there, and forced us to use our wideouts, which we were depleted heading in. We lost a couple more during the game, and it became our true freshman quarterback and a couple true freshman wideout that needed to you know, find a way to get us back in it. We weren't able to do it.
Terry Swanson there, running back. You held him under his average, and he's a really good one too. He'll be an all-conference player. But here you go back on offense with Jarvion from Reese Goddard.
Yeah, I mean, that's a safety making a tackle at 4 yards, you know, and their safeties were down sitting in the box, and we took a couple shots outside, and we hit a couple late, but we weren't good enough on the edges, you know, and just gave 11 was on the field way too much, you know, when you're going against a team like that, much like Zach last year. You did not want him and Corey on the field too much, and we unfortunately let them be out there a little bit too much.
Just one of your young guys, Ali Fayed, making a tackle.
He is. The young guys are getting better. You know, Reese, I thought, played a pretty decent game. He struggled late when we got down. That's a tough situation for him to be in. And, you know, the wind was a little bit of a factor in the kicking game, not a huge factor, but, you know, Darius got a couple touches, and you know, we were able to get a couple things moving, just not enough.
Here's your big senior tight end, Donnie Ahrensberger. What a career he's had.
He really has. He's going to be missed. I mean, what he does in the run game and the pass game, I mean, he's pretty much our go-to guy. Once we lost Keyshawn and Gio, he's become our guy that we're trying to design ways to get him the ball.
This is one thing that Reese can do, and that's scramble, trying to get out of trouble.
Yeah, and he used his feet better, I thought, in this game, and you know, they did a good job with that many people around the box. There wasn't a ton of place to scramble either. But I thought the O-line did a good job of giving him time late when we needed to throw the ball, and, you know, that's huge for him.
How about a 64-yard punt out of Derek Mitchell right there to flip the field?
Derek was fired up. I called timeout with 1 second left just so he could kick with the wind. I knew we were going to have to kick. He was the happiest person in America that I called that timeout, and he followed up with a 60-some-yard kick. It was beautiful.
All right, here you are huddled on the sideline and back to work on defense against Logan Woodside, the top quarterback in the conference, and he's a pretty special guy.
Yeah, the thing I think that we did a good job of is they're an explosive offensive team. We knew that we had to make them earn drives, and I thought our defense did a good job. We knew that we had to make them earn it, because they've all year long they have 70-yard plays, 60-yard plays, and the defense did a good job of making them earn it, and he did a good job of just grinding out first downs. It was a little bit different than the normal Toledo offense. Our guys did a good job making them earn it.
Got a sack there, and your defense trying to make some plays here, and here you come up with a pick as Obi Jackson steps in front of the receiver for only the third interception of the season.
Yeah, he doesn't throw it to the other team much, and that was a great job. He had to track the guy across on the motion, and then the guy ran a wheel route, so he had to run through traffic, and I mean, he really elevated to get there. If he would have landed on his feet, he would have walked in, but he went up there pretty high to get that. It was a great play, and he has a bright future.
All right, so you have a turnover in the plus side of the field, and you go to work trying to get into the end zone. Here's Reese with a run up the boundary.
Yeah, you know, at this point we needed to, you know, run him a little bit more with the amount of people they were put in the box. You see Leo in the game at running back trying to get Jarvis as fresh as we can, and I thought Leo did a good job. He's banged up too, but he continued. He ran hard and is fighting through a shoulder injury.
Here you are with Reese trying to pick up a first down. You can't come up with it, so you end up attempting a field goal, and Josh Grant puts it through from 25.
Yeah, Reese is still a little bit quick with his draws. You know, he's excited. He catches it, takes one step, and goes instead of letting the defensive linemen create their pass rush lanes for him. But, you know, good job by Grant kicking the field goal. He's had a pretty solid season.
All right, the Rockets with the scramble here to the right by Woodside, and he comes back the other way, and the Broncos defend that well. Asante Brown back in coverage.
They did. You know, we had to move Asante to safety, and I thought he did a heck of a job. And he 22 tackles on a game was just an unbelievable number. I've never seen anything like that, and I was proud of the way he fought.
Anton Curtis. This was a guy who played quarterback in high school. He's been converted to wide receiver, and he continues to improve each and every week.
Yeah, he was our only veteran that got to play, unfortunately, at the wideouts. But he was out against NIU with a head injury, and he's back now and made a couple big plays for us.
So the Broncos go into the locker room trailing at half, 17-3. We'll come back and look at the second half highlights. The Broncos punch one into the end zone. We'll have it for you next on Bronco Review.
You trust Dunshee Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more, like paintless dent repair, brakes and wheel alignment, and perfect paint matching. Dunshee also works with all insurance companies to make sure your vehicle is restored to pre-accident condition. So for personal service and high-quality workmanship, call Dunshee Body and Frame at 375-2100 or visit their website, dunsheebody.com. Dunshee Body and Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension Care Teams at Borges take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borges.com/orthopedics.
The people who accomplish so much are always striving to do even more. Now, with our help, they will. It's time for more.
At Galesburg Ford, we're getting geared up for fall. So if your goal is to be driving a new car,
rush on down to Galesburg Ford.
You can't afford to pass up these great deals on a new car or truck at Galesburg Ford. New 2018 models are arriving daily. Come out and visit us at Galesburg Ford. We're located 1 mile north of I-94, exit 85, halfway between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. When it comes to your next vehicle, our team has you covered at Galesburg Ford.
not too far for your next car.
Choosing your home isn't easy. This is where your kids will draw on the walls, where the people you love will gather to laugh and cry. It's a big decision, which is why choosing your mortgage partner should be easy. With low rates and quick turnaround, Arbor Financial Credit Union can create a customized mortgage solution that is right for you. Visit us at arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Derek Mitchell to hold. Wyatt Piper will snap it. Good snap. Derek got it down, and the kick by Grant is up, and it is good. Josh Grant from 25 yards out puts the Broncos on the board.
Josh Grant with a field goal, and he's one of the leading scorers in the Mid-American Conference, Coach. Josh Grant. You know, he's missed a couple, but he's hit some big ones too.
Yeah, we put him out there. We've done such a good job with field position because of Derek Mitchell that we've been in field position, good position all the time where he can kick a lot. He's kicked a lot of field goals. He's missed a couple, but his percentage is higher top echelon in the league, and he's only a freshman, so his future's bright.
All right, let's go back to the Glass Bowl. Western Michigan and the Rockets going at it in the second half. Toledo trying to clinch the MAC West title for the first time since the early 2000s.
Yeah, they've always been a competitive team, but Northern's kind of had their number, and here's a little reverser early on that we tried, and they ended up getting Reese for a block in the back. And I was proud that we came out, we overcame a couple penalties, got a couple first downs, and unfortunately got a penalty on a third down conversion that really hurt us to kill this first drive. Because if we score here, it's a one-score game, in the middle of the third quarter, and that was kind of our goal.
Jarvion Franklin, his senior season, he's already the leading rusher. Won't go down.
He won't, and they have 10 in the box, and he runs hard every time he gets it. I think we did a better job of getting him further into the game fresh, with only one running back really. I was proud of the way he ran.
Caleb Bailey and Asante Brown, they've combined on a few tackles over the years, huh?
Yeah, those senior linebackers did a great job, especially Asante, playing safety, and Spillane was our second leading tackler with 10. Both those guys had a huge day against the #1 offense in our league.
Here's Darius. You just think he's going to take it every time he touches it, and he got some daylight there on a couple of moves.
He made that himself, and we didn't block it great, and he ended up still getting us out past the 30-yard line on sheer will, and that's the kind of special player he is.
All right, Western Michigan on offense with Reese Goddard making his 4th start. True freshman. He was playing high school football 1 year ago, and he won a state title in Missouri.
He is. He's getting better. I mean, you can see he's more comfortable. We had to throw it a little bit more with the way they were loading the box, and I thought he kept his composure. He had to throw the ball away late. His percentage wasn't great. We started using the RPOs a little bit better. Here's one of them right here that ended up we got to cash in on.
How about a touchdown on a bubble screen?
They were playing so much. They were so tight to the box that we had to start telling Reese when to throw bubbles, and that's something that he needs to learn. RPO stands for run pass option, not and it's his choice. He just wouldn't take them, so we started signaling. We put a new signal in telling him when to do it, and we cashed in on this one.
There's nobody out there because they're all in the box trying to stop Jarvia.
That was the name. It's been the name of the game this whole year. And especially with our injuries at wideout now, it's gotten worse and worse and worse, and it was good for us to take advantage of it.
So 24-10, it's back to a 2-score game.
Yeah, we're right back in it. We knew we were going to have to throw it and continue to, unfortunately at this point you need to score fast, which puts 11 out there more, and hope we get some turnovers on defense. And we got one early, we just weren't able to get another one late.
Yeah, you're forced to throw, and you barely have enough wideouts to put out there.
No, a couple more went down. I think we're down to 4. We get to a point in the drive where Coach John says, I need new wideouts because we try to play fast, and the response from Coach Akins, our wideout coach, is, that's all we have, Coach. And I never heard that over the headset before, but it happened.
All right, Buster, he's ready to go in.
He's ready. We could use him. We could use him.
All right, the Broncos and the Rockets now in the 4th quarter, and Toledo smelling it now. They think they've got this one wrapped up in a MAC West Division title and a trip to Detroit this weekend.
Yeah, and I shook Coach's hand after the game and congratulated him, and I thought our guys did a good job. And shake their hands. They're MAC West champs. They played well enough and they earned it, and they'll represent the West, and hopefully we can keep the MAC championship in the West.
All right, and you have a bunch of seniors playing their final regular season game. There's one of them, Darius Phillips.
Yeah, I got in trouble a little bit because I told him on the last kickoff, I said, hey, if it's anywhere close and you want to take it out, take it out. And he took one out from pretty deep in the end zone. And Coach Kenny, our kick return coach, was not happy with him. I said, that was me. He's a senior. I said, if you got a chance to make a play, go make a play. Get the ball in his hands. And he was really aggressive, and that's the type of player he is.
All right, this is Terry Swanson, their outstanding running back. He ended up just edging out Jarvian for the rushing title in the MAC. But he's a good one. The Bronco defense making some plays here, playing hard right to the end, Coach.
All the way to the end. I mean, we kept fighting. We even put a drive together late and took it into the red zone. We had one turnover late that the defense did a great job holding to a field goal, which is a huge change of possession stop for us, although it didn't really matter, but it did matter. And we just talked about winning the 4th quarter and keep fighting, and I thought the guys played hard.
All right, here's a kick, and Darius, one more crack at it coming out of the end zone.
Yeah, that might have been the one that he was a little bit deep, but he's an aggressive kid, and I wanted him to go out the way he wanted to. Same way with Jarv. At the end of the game, I said, Jarv, I'd like to take you out, but this could be your last game. Do you want to play? And of course, his answer was, Coach, can I please go in? And we put him in all the way to the end because that's the type of kid he is.
And more snaps for this guy. He's going to improve and goes over the middle, finds a receiver, and completes the pass over the middle.
Yeah, him and Tyron, found each other plenty, and it's, freshman to freshman. I kept telling the O-line, if you watch these clips, he's able to drop back, hitch up, and scramble. He's not taking hits, and O-line did a great job of giving him the chance to bring us back.
So the regular season comes to an end. The Broncos fall to the Toledo Rockets, and congratulations to Toledo. They're the MAC West champs. They'll represent the division against Akron in the MAC championship game this Saturday. More Bronco Review after this timeout.
Maple Hill is proud to be a Subaru dealer. Subaru, it is like no other. Because of the 35 miles per gallon that you get in the summer and the all-wheel drive in the winter. The 5-star crash test ratings, the recommendations year after year from the best consumer magazines out there. Own it and you'll say, I love my Subaru. At Maple Hill Subaru, it is a journey like no other.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Does your home need a facelift? You should call BlackBerry. For over 35 years, BlackBerry's been improving the look of homes throughout West Michigan with new roofing and siding. Right now, save 50% off the installation of new roofing and siding from BlackBerry, featuring the Owens Corning Duration Shingle and Mastic Vinyl Siding. 50% off installation of roofing and siding and pay no interest for 18 months. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
Uverse gives you a whole bunch of on-demand TV shows and movies. Let's get started.
Well, how many is a whole bunch? As many as Xfinity?
I swear you're gonna love it.
That didn't really answer my question.
Over 5,000 on demand.
Well, Xfinity On Demand gives us over 30,000.
We'll set it up for you.
Don't settle for Uverse. Get over 5 times more on-demand TV shows and movies on TV with Xfinity from Comcast.
Caesars has introduced the extra most bestest pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for $6. This affects the pizza economy, causing demand for Little Caesars to skyrocket and employment to enter a pizza boom. Where will Little Caesars get all these new employees? Oh, that's where.
Get the new Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza. High snap, he brings it down, swings it out. Tyron Arnett, he may go to the house. 10, 5, dives, he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Tyron Arnett on that quick out from Reese Goddard. And Western Michigan is in the end zone for the first time today.
Tyron Arnett with his first career touchdown, and I'm assuming he'll have many more. This young man out of Florida is an excellent wide receiver, and Coach, you needed some help at receiver. A lot of young players in that segment.
Yeah, you know, our oldest guys are sophomores, and, you know, those veteran sophomores that we have, you know, Gio got hurt, and unfortunately D. Eskridge got hurt, and Keyshawn, our leading receiver, Keyshawn Watson, got hurt, so our 3 top sophomores were out, which opened the door for some of the freshmen. And Tyron took advantage. You know, he's a Pahokee kid. He can run. He knows, you know, the game's not too fast for him yet. Didn't have a great, you know, middle of the season, but he's really come on late here as he's gotten more targets. And he's a bright future for all these guys. Have either 2 or 3 left. You know, so the future's bright.
Yeah, instead of an inexperienced receiving core next year, you're going to have a whole bunch of guys who've been involved.
Yeah, still no seniors. Still have a couple juniors, sophomores, and we'll obviously bring in some young guys. We redshirted 2 other ones that we think are pretty good and needed to get their bodies right to be ready to go, but they've been doing a good job. So we're going to be returning a ton of experience when we get to next year at the receiving core and quarterbacks. So it'll be exciting for us to be able to rely on that and really be more balanced offensively.
All right, let's take one more break. We'll come back and look ahead for the Western Michigan football team. Now time out on Bronco Review.
Staying with a standard checking account isn't much different than stashing your money in a piggy bank.
Oink, 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 oink.
A Momentum checking account from Arbor Financial Credit Union is like strapping a rocket to your piggy bank and launching it to higher earnings. With Momentum checking, the more you use your debit card, the more interest you can earn. Up to 4% APY on balances up to $15,000. Visit arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension Care Teams at Borges take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borges.com/orthopedics.
At Galesburg Ford, we're getting geared up for fall. So if your goal is to be driving a new car,
rush on down to Galesburg Ford.
You can't afford to pass up these great deals on a new car or truck at Galesburg Ford. New 2018 models are arriving daily. Come out and visit us at Galesburg Ford. We're located 1 mile north of I-94, exit 85, halfway between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. When it comes to your next vehicle, our team has you covered at Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus. What do you do when you discover something great? Well, you tell your family and friends about it, right? Well, that's exactly how Lake Michigan Credit Union became the fastest growing credit union in Michigan. With some of the best checking account rates in the nation and guaranteed low mortgage rates, word is spreading fast about Lake Michigan Credit Union. Anyone can open an account. So tell your friends. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Goes the out route. It's caught by Anton Curtis for a first down. Anton Curtis with the catch at the 26-yard line. First down, Western Michigan. The Broncos convert on 4th down and 10.
Anton Curtis, another young receiver for Western Michigan. So all the receivers back, 2 quarterbacks returning with some experience, and a bunch of running backs who left injured but will be back ready to go for the start of the 2018 season. Coach, the offense should be a lot better situated going into next year.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be able to run it differently. I mean, we'll be able to throw it more and have more success in the passing game. I mean, John was doing a good job efficiency-wise, but not as many big plays as you need to be a really good balanced team. And so excited about the future on offense, getting those running backs back, and really on defense, getting those safeties back will make a huge impact on us.
Yeah, getting guys like Jenright and Tranquil back. You lose those 3 linebackers in the middle, but you get Najee Clayton, who's a transfer from Rutgers, who will be ready to go.
Najee is a special player. He's been on the scout team no one can block him. I mean, he's a special player, and Drake Spears has been rotating in a ton, and Grace has been rotating a ton. So the starting lineup, linebacker-wise, is going to be probably the most athletic group I've ever seen, ever coached at any place I've been. And you put Tranquil and Jenright and Claiborne behind him, and you know, we should be fun to watch.
And the Broncos are bowl eligible. They have 6 wins. The bowl bids come out on Sunday. Who knows? You might still have another game.
There's a chance, yeah. And we're resting right now and hoping that we get a chance. I mean, it's up to the selection group now. We put ourselves where we're bowl eligible, and you know, we're hoping for another chance, one more chance to get these young guys some more experience, some more practices, and it'll help us moving forward in the future.
Coach, can't wait for 2018. Should be fun.
I'm excited. I appreciate it.
Coach Tim Lester with us all season long. Special thanks to our Bronco Review interns, Evan Brandon and Terry Allipert. Terry is graduating in December and moving on. Great work by those 2 guys all season long, and by our staff here at Bronco Review. Hey, join us in January. We'll have basketball coach Steve Hawkins and hockey coach Andy Murray with us throughout the winter months. Till then, thanks for watching. So long.